All right. So in today's session, what we're gonna do is develop your left hand to play a D7 chord on your guitar. Okay. At this point, you probably already know how to play the C major chord with three strings. And we're gonna use that to get into the D7. All right. So let's review that C major. To do that, you put your index finger on the second string in the first fret. Make sure that finger is touching only that one string, and you're going to take the right hand and strum three strings. Just those three. All right, you can strum one at a time. Strum those strings one at a time to make sure each string is speaking clearly and is not muffled by your finger leaning over and touching one of the other strings, okay? Because we're going to focus on these three strings for the majority of this lesson. But when you play the chord, ultimately you use four strings, but we got to focus on these three first. So do these three again for the C chord. Give me a good clean sound. You try it. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is take the second finger, put it in the second fret of the third string, okay? And we're going to play the same three strings when we strum on the right hand, and we're going to listen for clarity on every string. Did you get a good sound? Okay, you go. Hopefully you got a good sound, but if not, if it takes a little work, I'm gonna use this metronome, and what we're gonna do is practice moving this second finger on and off of this third string in the second fret. So we're gonna play one time with the finger off like this so we can hear clarity. And then we'll put it on. And then we'll take it off and repeat, putting it back down. Here's a drum machine. Ready and play. On, off, 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 on. I'll wait till the last one to mess it up. Okay. Now, we're gonna do the same exercise, but this time we're gonna use the third finger on the first string, and it's gonna still be in the second fret. We're gonna play that C chord with that finger off, and then put the third finger on. This one doesn't sound quite as good as the other one, so you get kind of cringe because of the sound of the three notes together. It's not you. It's probably not your guitar tune. If you did tune it before you started, it's just these three notes sound a little odd together. We're gonna put on the metronome and do a round of these. Take that third finger off. Ready, set, go. On, off, on, off, on, Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do both fingers off and then both fingers back on. Okay, and we're still going to do just these 3 strings to work on this clarity aspect. Okay, so we take them off and we'll play the chord. Then we'll put them on. Make sure one finger's on each string, second finger's on the third string, third finger's on the first string. Okay, and they're in the second fret. Ready? Take them off. Ready and play. On. Off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Try to give you a better view here. Off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Hopefully it's sounding good on your end now. So last thing to do is to strum all 4 strings with the right hand. Okay, like that. So for your C chord, you strum 3 strings. For the D7, you're going to strum 4 strings. We'll start with the C with just that index finger. 3 strings, go. Strum 4 strings for D7. And C, D7, C, D7, and C, D7, and C, D7, and C, D7. The last one to end off is a G. Kind of had to end with a G so it'll sound like it's finished. Your D7 chord is kind of one of those chords that let you know there's another chord coming. So anyway, hope you had a great time and this worked out for you. If not, you got any questions, give me a call or a text, and I'll help you the best I can. Have a great day.